here at Dollywood for the technical rehearsal of Big Bear Mountain. Now, official grand opening is Friday. Today's Monday. Gonna try to get this video up as soon as possible, but gonna go check out the new ride. I have reservations for the technical rehearsal now. Hopefully the ride actually runs. The weather will be fine, and hopefully everything goes without a hitch, so I can tell you what this ride is like. And yeah, several months ago, did the unveiling of this ride. That was a fun day. And I expect to be here on Friday for the grand opening and all the festivities for that. But let's go break down the new ride as I walk back there and be one of the very, very first people for the public to get to ride.
But you've heard the stories about Big Bear, a massive bear living in the woods that surround Wildwood Grove.
After walking through and exploring the queue for a little bit, there's the little radio speaker that reminds me of like the setup for Kong in one way, but more like Expedition Everest at Disney World. Like that, like, is it real? Is the Yeti real? Is Big Bear real? Oh, it certainly is. There's that kind of setup, but the theming itself just feels like it's taken me immediately to Daredevil Falls. Like it's like a continuation of that. Now it's in a obviously different area of the park, but I get that same kind of vibe. And the theming is through the queue and the settings, very nice, pretty, fits in well, but it definitely feels like almost a continuation of Daredevil Falls for the theming aspect. Initial thoughts, it's pleasantly surprising to me, but the person I rode with, just because of single rider, was like, oh, it's less intense than I thought it was going to be. And I was like, actually, I thought it was going to be the most mild experience in the world, so it was a little pleasant surprise. So it's all going to be your expectations going in. It is a family coaster. It's a good family coaster-ish. It's a above average, I think is the better way of saying it, family coaster for my first ride. It's fun. The music theming going along with it is entertaining. At one point at the very end, there's a nice little circle that's as close to force as you're gonna get on this ride. And it's really tame, calm, but I'll ride it again. Honestly, it's a longer version without the backward launch of Fire Chaser Express. It's around that same concept, and there's no intensity with the launches whatsoever. You feel weightless a couple times, but you never come out of your seats. So it's, well, someone else thought it was amazing. I think it's just your fine average, well, above average family coaster. Visually, this ride does sprawl everywhere, so when you're in Wildwood Grove, you can basically see it from every angle up there. And it's not tall, so it's not something that you're gonna see in a lot of other areas of the park, if at all, unless obviously you're on a ride like Thunderhead, which is just over the other side. But you can see it all throughout the landscape when you're in Wildwood Grove. And the rock with the water is definitely a little pretty waterfall scene.